Previously on the Jay and Dan podcast.
If you aren't into Annie, haven't seen the original movie, you won't like it.
If you're not into Annie, don't go see Annie.
I recently joined a dating site, and she has now emailed me 5 times. You ready for the emails?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you a bit about myself. As you already know from my first message, I'm Olga. By character, I'm kind, sympathetic girl. Probably you will be surprised. Right now, I'm in Russia. The next day. Good morning, my Dan. I would like to bake pancakes with condensed milk and berries to you for breakfast. Happy face.
Wow, that was very specific. Get ready. It's going to get even better when she comes over and lives with you in Orono.
My wife.
Peeing into a cup or a bottle when you're driving because you can't look down to see.
Come on, Toolsy.
You're listening to the Jay and Dan podcast, presented by our good friends at Coors Light.
We will have Olga on the podcast.
In studio.
Dance.
We're getting close to the end of May already. It's May 21st,
And
2018.
the summer has officially begun. Oh, wait, it started in March.
That's right.
The weather, it's going to be 27, 27, and 28 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday here in Toronto. It finally actually does feel like summer. Thank God.
I'm glad you played that clip, Christoph, of peeing in a couple driving. I got a direct message from someone on Instagram.
Ooh.
It says, you told a story recently of where you were talking about adult diapers, and I thought I'd share a female perspective. Driving home from Kitchener to Kincardine with my baby asleep in the back, I was really sick with a fever, had to go pee like a racehorse. Stopping is not an option. If she wakes up, I'm doomed. What do you do? Bottles? What can I do? Oh, hey, a size 4 baby diaper. While driving, used 2 literally pulled pants down, slipped diaper in 2 times, never even swerved.
First of all, are those sentences?
Anyway, so that's a female
That's
perspective.
impressive, though, that she could do that. I mean, as you were starting that description, I was like, she's not going to say that she put a diaper in as she was driving, but yes, she did. Good for her. That's a talent. I wish I could do that. All right, let's get right to Olga. I know everyone's been waiting for this, Dan.
So just wanted to recap and thank everyone in Ottawa. A great visit. I went up for my Uncle Larry's memorial service. So actually, speaking at that service was Pat Taylor. She is the wife of Ken Taylor, who the movie Argo was based upon because he was the ambassador. She spoke and how they would have these 3-day parties in New York, and my aunt and uncle got an award because they're the only ones who survived them. Like, it was just a 3-day weekend marathon, and she told a very eloquent story. Didn't look down at her note. She didn't have any notes. She's 92.
Nice.
Spoke like she was straight out of a movie. So it was great.
She was straight out of a movie. Argo.
See, you hear stories like that about older relatives or parents, and you're just like, wow, why can't we do stuff like that?
What, escape from
You can go to New York
certain
City.
death?
Go to New York City for 3 days.
But to just do that?
Just to have...
Just go to New York City for 3 days?
Why not, eh?
Why can't you just do that now?
Well, I want to go to a party.
Well, have your own party. Throw one. Why don't you fly to New York City this weekend and throw a bash for all the podcast fans in the greater tri-state area?
While in Ottawa, every person that my cousin Eric and my cousin Margaret that we ran into, every single person asked about Olga.
Let's hear about it. We want to hear the updates because you've been saying to me all throughout the week that you and Olga have been talking. You said, oh, we got to save it for the podcast. So I know the listeners are as eagerly anticipating this as I am. So
Okay, so this is
Olgie.
This is Oli. This is my pen pal Olga. The last message I sent, the only message I sent was, "What's up? How's Russia this time of year?" She said, "Good morning, Dan. Today in my city, plus 25 degrees." Smiley face. "I plan to return to Canada again, but I do not yet have an exact date for my return. It is necessary to prepare well to make this difficult step because I will be away from my family completely alone in a foreign country.
Oh.
Maybe you'll be my reason for an early return to Canada." Smiley face. "You're upset me. I expected that you will tell me more about your..."
Is this a separate email now?
This,
Okay,
no,
you gotta
this
clarify.
is the same. This is
the same one. So you just goes smiley face right into "you're upset me."
Yeah.
Okay.
I expected that you would tell me more about yourself in a letter today. Maybe you did not like me. How do you like my pics? Did you see them? I can send more if you're interested. Send me your pics. I'd like to have some of your photos from the life.
It is a life.
Well, I hope to receive your letter during the day. Olga. P.S. You can find attached my new photos, and I'd like to get your pics. And it's just, again, a picture of her face. So I responded, "Hey, Olga. Would love to tell you all about myself. Just so many questions. How do you look like you do and not have anyone in Russia? Are you a real human? Do you know Putin? He scored 5 goals the other day. He should play in the NHL." So Olga responds
I think
with,
those are reasonable questions.
"Hello, Dan. You answered me and made my day. It's like a first conversation, our first dialogue. In some ways, it's much easier to write. You must agree with it, or what are you doing here? Here I can be myself. Of course I'm real. I know Putin, but I've never met him personally."
Oh. It's so you just know of him. Holy.
And look how long. I'm not reading all this. It's
Yes.
way too long.
Oh, yes, you are. Every word. Everybody, sit back and
Okay, I'm going to
relax.
skip that paragraph because it's just boring. "I would like to know more about you, and of course I will give you some information about myself. I live in Orenburg." She already read this. I already read this. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Well, is she repeating it?
I think so. "Already 11 years. It's a very big city. I'm used to this vanity. It's easy to find a map of our vast Russia. Orenburg. It's a great city. Orenburg region. Sure you know about it.
No.
Here are my many interesting places, restaurants, museums, parks for entertainment, cinemas, galleries. But at the same time, it is a very bustling city. People are always in a hurry somewhere, not paying any attention to anybody. It is hard to get to know someone on the street."
That's the best place to get to know someone.
"Surprisingly, between us, such a great distance, but we can communicate no matter what. I will try to find your city on the map.
Good luck.
We live together with my friend Tatiana in a rented apartment.
Now we're getting interesting.
I have a cat. I call him Bobik. I hope you like my new picture with him. My mom lives 25 minutes from Orenburg with my brother. Sometimes I come to visit, but not as often as I'd like. I have no car, so I travel by train or by bus.
This is very specific for what we assume is a bot. Or a
Rarely,
man.
my brother picks me up in his car and we move to Mom's house. We together chose him the car and therefore he does not refuse to drive me. Smiley face. My father died when I was very young, so I don't really remember him. Mommy says that I am a good copy of him and even our characters are very much the same. I have other relatives but are not close to each other. Tell me more about your family and your life and send me new photos if you have. I've never sent her a single photo. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye. So she sends a picture with her brother.
Oh. Can I see?
Yeah, so he's in on it now.
Okay, now.
And there's her cat. The cat looks like it survived Chernobyl.
Hold on. Let me have a look. Okay. So I think what we're saying now is this woman's real.
Yeah. Okay. So I respond to that.
I'm going to be so happy when Oli becomes wife number 2.
Remember, she said she babysat in Saskatchewan. So I said,
Yes,
I know
yes.
many people in Saskatchewan. What family did you babysit for? I may know them.
Just as she knows Putin.
Hello again, Dan. How are you today? Thank you for your letter. You should know that your attention means a lot for me. I'm curious to know about you and your life. Do you know all the people of Shell Lake? I worked as a nanny for Fran and William Wells.
Okay, so if anyone knows Fran or Bill Wells.
And again, remember, she said where she babysat, so we're going to put the pieces together here because she gave the city in Saskatchewan on her first long email. The city was Spiritwood. Spiritwood, Saskatchewan.
Okay.
So someone must know these people if they exist, right?
Let's hear the name again. Bill Wells.
Fran and Bill Wells.
Franny and Bill Wells. Somebody's got to know them in Spiritwood.
Okay. Today I finished my work earlier than usual. Today in our country we have a holiday. It is a day of love, devotion, and family. Especially at such moments, I feel myself so lonely. My best Tatiana already has 2 kids and good husband, and she is of my age. I love children, but I'm not hurrying up. It's not a question of being afraid of any responsibility. I just don't feel myself strong enough for it. And also, I want my children to have a real father.
So, hold on. Isn't that Tatiana? Doesn't she live with Tatiana?
I thought so.
So, do the kids live with them?
I guess. I won't let myself repeat my own childhood. But enough about this. By the way, I did not tell you about my job. I work as an administrator in a beauty salon. Sometimes it's hard to work all day long, but I love my job. I like being able to communicate with new people. Yeah, that goes on forever. I did tell you that I finished Orenburg State Institute of Economy and Trade, but I liked working in provision beauty services, active employment, so I studied English. Oh, Dan, I wrote you so much today. Now it's your term. Wish you to have a good day and take care, Olga. I think you'll like my new pics.
Oh, naked?
No, she's
Clothed?
she's clothed.
Oh, that's a pretty good pic.
She's working out. Again, real human.
That's a real human being right there.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Spiritwood's own.
Go Spiritwood Saints.
I mean, honestly, how did she get out of Spiritwood without marrying someone?
Yeah. So I responded, hey, Olga, are you getting my emails? I asked specific questions in each one, and you don't answer any of the questions. The last email I asked, what family did you work for in Saskatchewan? Oh, she did say that.
Yeah. Jesus.
Also,
You're real smooth.
Please only respond to these questions and send a picture of you holding a sign saying, hi, kitty, kitty, meow. I will wait for your response to these specific questions for the picture of you holding that sign.
Please tell me she sent that sign.
Hi, my friend Dan. I do not know if Putin could play in the NHL. She answered that again. I do not know how he plays. Do you read my letters? I answered some of your questions. I worked as a nanny for Fran and William Wells. Yeah, I messed that up. I do not know who they work with. I never asked that. I'm not some kind of clown to take such photos.
Ooh.
If you're not interested in communication, then you cannot answer my letters.
Oh.
Today I was thinking a lot about you. It's so great that I've met you. I even advised my friend Natalie to go through registration in the internet. All the more she has a good cell phone and she can use it as a modem. So it's easier. She can check her emails everywhere she wants. My cell phone is not working again. This is a Chinese copy of the iPhone.
Oh, boy. I gotta say, Ole's getting less interesting by the second.
Knowingly succumbed to the low price, I spent more money to repair than it's worth. Now I don't want to spend any rubles on it. Maybe I'll give it to my godson. She likes to play with my phone. Maybe it is a hand in this break. I don't know what that means. But I'm not angry at her. How could you be angry with the child?
A hand in this break. Oh, maybe she had something to do with the phone being broken.
Oh.
I see. Yes, right. Well, how could you be angry at a child? You couldn't.
Again,
Ole seems like she has a good heart.
look how long she's writing.
Well, you know what? She's lonely, Dan, and maybe it's time for you to think about meeting her in New York City.
So she
for
writes-
a 3-day party.
She writes like 5 paragraphs, then says, Dan, I'm very sorry, but I cannot write any more today. It's late and I have to go. Next time I'll write more. Thinking about you, Dan, your friend Olga. And we have a sign, but look at the sign.
Oh, boy. This is the confirmation, folks. The sign says, hello, my Dan.
And blatantly photoshopped onto a piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look photoshopped, I have to admit.
Yes, because these are stock photos of this woman, and
Yeah.
Boris
But she does look
can't
attractive.
take a new photo because this girl's long gone, back to Spiritwood or something.
Boy, you're like a regular Columbo with this internet stalking thing. I love it.
I said, I've spent much time in Russia. I petted a dog in Sochi. He bit me. Do all Russian dogs bite? I'm looking at flights to come see you. Are you free next week? I will write more later.
This is your last email to her?
She responded to that today.
Okay.
Hello, my friend. Privyet. What's happening in your life? What's new for today? No, not all Russian dogs bite. I'm busy next week, but I could spend time with you after work. You need to watch tickets to Orenburg. Just this morning, I returned to the city from his mother. I had a great weekend. My friends and I cooked soup on the nature, boating on the lake, and just had fun. I'm the only one who was single. And how you spent the weekend? Tell me.
Oh. Boy, this is lining up nicely.
Our correspondence brings some special meaning to my life. Now, every day of my life, it's not just a daily routine. Now I'm waiting for the evening with great impatience. But I'm a horrible communicator on this.
Yes, you are. You're terrible. And you forget things that she already told you. You're very bad. And yet, you're fulfilling so many of her dreams. It's as if you're meant for each other.
I'm still not sure, but I'm waiting for your letter for some warm words from you, and it's so wonderful. I have not sent a single warm word. And also, I told you already that I have a high education and I passed state exams on English language, but it was a lot of years ago already, and it seems to me that I'm losing my English without any practice, especially in our town. I work here for almost 3 years, and I saw English-speaking people there only 2 times, and no one French. So please do not pay a lot of attention on my mistakes, and remember that I'm trying to do my best or try to speak Russian.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you speak a little Russian? Okay, so this is today.
Do you know how good I am as a babysitter? But still, I'm a godmother of her youngest child. Tatiana doesn't ask my help too often, and I try not to refuse. So today in the afternoon as well, I took her kids and we walked in the park, ate ice cream, and looked at pigeons for hours.
That sounds horrible.
I didn't do any hard work, but in the evening, feel that my forces have gone far away.
Okay, I kind of see what she's saying.
Sleepy tonight.
Her forces. Is that what she said? Sleepy?
I'm saying you good night, my friend. Sending you very big hello from Russia. Please send me some photos. She really wants these photos.
Well, why don't you just send her one stock 8x10, like your TSN photo? Just send the same one over and over.
Take care. Look after yourself, and bye-bye. And there she's... Who's taking all these pictures?
Well,
she doesn't have a phone that works.
Her friend is Tatiana, who has the kids, who's living with her, Dan.
She has an iPhone knockoff, and she's taking these professional photos.
Well, Tatiana's phone works. If you remember, that's what she said. Tatiana didn't get a Chinese iPhone knockoff. She got a real iPhone from the Apple Store in Orenburg.
So I'm sorry that we had to go through that, but that's where we stand with Olga right now.
Okay. Well, I feel like a lot of people are going to be disappointed that you two, first of all, in the emails, but mostly that you two haven't taken a bit more of a step to meeting in person.
I told her I was coming to see her. She said I might be able to see you after work.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
I'm still waiting for the first money request.
That's a classic kiss-off.
Because a lot of people have sent me, they said, I think I know the scam, and they've sent me screen grabs of convos online with another Olga and how they're in Russia and their father died.
Right.
So it seems to be a trend of the story.
And then eventually, they ask you to come over, and then
I don't know. No one seems to know the end game.
Kidnap you, throw you in the back of a van with a whole bunch of Chinese iPhone knockoffs.
Now you sell them.
You sell them on the street.
Special shout out to Jackson Curry 5 on Instagram. He sent me a picture of Danny DeVito. And he says, I'm going to send you a different picture of my idol, Danny DeVito, every day until you respond. He's been true to his word.
A lot of DeVito.
Yeah. Because he is one of the several hundred who have messaged me saying hi.
Hi.
So I love the commitment to your work, Jackson Curry.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, that Oli is real.
Okay.
And that she's as attractive as she looks in those photos. Is there something there? Maybe a connection?
No.
What?
I'm sending her gibberish.
Yeah, but she's answering your questions. You're curious. She's lonely. You could use some companionship, too. Danny and Oli?
Hey, we got to get to our guests. We've got 2 today.
Danny and Oli?
We got Biz Nasty coming on and our good friend Julie Stewart-Binks.
Yes, Binksy's going to come on.
Who should we call up first?
Well, I believe our good friend Christoph is calling Paul Bissonnette first.
Yeah, is that true?
He's not picking up. So
Okay, let's
call Binksy.
Binksy.
Funny thing is, both Biznasty and Binksy, as of last week, were working for Barstool Sports. Biznasty's new show, Biznasty Does BC, his 5-part documentary series that just premiered. That's what we're going to talk to him about. It's on Barstool Sports. And Binksy was, up until this week, the co-host of the morning radio show on Barstool Sports Radio on Sirius XM.
I hope Binksy's still alive. If you follow her on Instagram, she was in Vegas over the weekend.
Boy.
I told her to bring back a pool sample from her pool because she sent a picture. There was approximately 3,000 people in the pool.
That's classic Binksy right there. That's Binksy in a
And we
nutshell.
do have the pool sample on its way right now back from Vegas from Tubesy.
So Tubesy, you said, has been there for what, 5 days?
For EDM.
5 straight EDM days? Mother of God. That's just...
Seriously, you would try to jump off the plane on the way back.
I was talking to Brendan Halloran, our writer, because he went down to shoot a bit with the Golden Knights for our show. And he was there for 3 days. Most Canadian trips are 4 days, but he was down in L.A. with us, and we would always go up for like 1 day, 2 days tops, and it always was so great because you'd be like, hey, you could just go hard 1, 2 days, get out of there.
And you leave wanting more.
Right, and then the 4-day trip suddenly was like, what the hell, that 4th day? And Brenda went down for 3 days, and he was like, I was a zombie that 3rd day. So 5 days, and it's an EDM festival?
Yeah, like the concerts
should be dead.
The concerts start at midnight every night.
Well, that's when the drugs kick in. No, the drugs kick in later.
So we'll have to get an update from Tubesy next week.
Yeah, we should give him a shout. Plus, we should find out how his pee hole's doing.
He said it's all... I asked him last time we played golf. He said, it's fine.
So, peeing normally again.
I guess we'll ask him, though. Because
let's get the real story.
Maybe his penis fell off in Vegas, too.
Speaking of peeing, I took my daughter to the mall today. What a mistake on May long weekend, Monday. Victoria Day, is that what we call it here in Canada? And I went to the mall, and I can't remember either. Anyway, so I take her to the mall. I got to take her to my bathroom. In a mall bathroom on Victoria Day, at about 3 in the afternoon, after it's been used and abused for several hours. So there are 2 sit-down stalls. One was out of order. The other was the handicap stall. And there were bits of toilet paper just thrown about like somebody had their own little confetti party in there. Just all over the place. Didn't smell bad, but I didn't know what to make of that. But I had no choice. I had to get out her tiny little... Thank God I had a little thing to put on top of the toilet. And then she peed, and God, it was weird. I really hate that. I should just let her pee in her pants right from the middle of
Public
the store.
bathrooms, though, like, do people treat their own bathrooms like that?
That's what I mean. Like, can't someone just... What are you ripping up this toilet paper and throwing it all over for? What does that mean?
It's like...
What could have led to that?
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I should just bring... I should bring, like, a Gatorade bottle, a Gatorade jug, or like a wiper fluid jug, like the truck drivers.
Okay, Christoph,
Just carry it with me.
He can't get through to Binksy or Biznasty, so let's craft a response to Olga's last email here together.
I love it. I think
Oli.
this is a great idea.
What up? Should I say what up?
Yeah. Oli, what up?
What up?
Girl, I'm feeling you. That's your first line.
Girl, I'm feeling you. Okay.
Your words touch me from across the pond. Like Vladimir Putin's economic policies touch each and every Russian. Something like that. That should work. Get her all hot. Because she knows Putin.
Putin's economic policies touch the Russian people?
Yes.
Okay, this is really hot and heavy.
Okay. And then say...
I can't type that fast.
And then say, I'm about to send you a dick pic, girl.
No.
Why not? See what happens. I'm about to show you what Lil Dan's all about.
Oh, guess what? So we did a bit while in South Korea, and we had to take a picture of our producer over there, Guy. I have like 5 pictures of Guy on my phone.
1,000% you send a picture of Guy. 1,000%. And if people watched our show when we were over at the Olympics in Korea, they might have seen Guy, because Guy was the guy who carried Korean people across the street. We had a bit where he's just a huge muscular dude.
How about I just say, you wanted pictures, here's Guy.
No, how about you say, you wanted pictures, here's me.
Now,
This
better
is
not,
my
because,
natural body.
Again, what if, like, they're trying to ruin our lives by way of pictures, and then I get Guy wrapped up in it? I can't do
Perfect.
that.
That's exactly what I always wanted for Guy. To get wrapped up in an international email scandal. That'll fire his life up.
Here, I'll find a picture on my phone. Oh, I can send one of Danny DeVito.
Okay. Let's hope she hasn't seen Twins. Let's hope Twins was a hit in Russia. I think all the Schwarzenegger movies were big over there. Oh, I think Stoff's got somebody. No, nobody. That's okay. We're almost ready to wrap it up, my friend. We're 10 minutes away from this podcast being over.
We started late.
No way. This is a short one. Right after we craft this letter.
Okay, well, I've got it
We're going to
all.
leave the public wanting more, just like Vegas.
I'm going to send a picture of the cats. The cats can't get us in trouble.
Why don't you send a picture of producer Tim? Nobody's seen him, so there's no way he could get in trouble.
Oh, here, I'll send this one. So I have an Instagram filter on my face.
Yeah, that would work.
I've got,
okay,
like,
perfect.
dog ears.
Perfect.
Okay, so
She'll be like, adorable dog man. Dear dog man, I didn't know a man and a dog could exist in one form. Oh, North America.
So I said, Oli, what up, girl? I'm feeling you. Your words touched me. Across the pond, like Vlad Putin's economic policies touch the Russian people.
That is
Yes, give me the dirty talk every time.
That is poetry right there.
And then I just here's the photo you requested.
This is my real face. I was born this way. You have to write that. This is my face. I have dog ears and a dog nose.
Okay, here's a photo that you requested. This is my face. I was born this way.
My family abandoned me when I was young because of the way I looked.
Okay.
But I know after reading your correspondence that you would never turn away from me because of the fact that I'm a dogman.
Here's a photo that you requested. This is my face. I was born this way. My family abandoned. And I spelt that wrong. Does it matter?
No, she's not running spell check. This is good. I got to tell you, this is my favorite podcast we've ever done.
My family abandoned me when I was young because of the way I looked. I know you won't abandon me.
I hope she sends a picture of herself with a cat face.
Because you are so kind. Okay, there. I know you won't abandon me because you are so kind.
Perfect.
Then send.
Maybe one thing to cap it off.
Okay.
Um,
I'm supposed to put in Dogman.
Yes, don't forget dog.
Because of, where do I put that in? Because I say my family abandoned me when I was young because of the way I looked. I know you won't abandon me.
Because I'm a dogman. If anyone's wondering about our creative process, this is how we write much
There we
of our
go.
show.
I know you won't abandon me because I am a dog man. You are so kind.
Love, Dan.
I will
I look forward to your next letter.
I look forward to your next letter.
And nudes. Ask her for something nude.
No,
like
that's
topless.
rude.
Why? You've gotten that far in the relationship. You can ask for something a little, maybe one nipple.
No, I'm not.
Send me
I'm
one
a
nipple.
gentleman. I look forward to your next letter and more beautiful photos.
Perfect. Wow. You're like a young Bill Shakespeare.
Dan, send. Boom.
Amazing.
We did it.
Man, you crafted a beaut right there.
What up? Girl, I'm feeling you. We're just blowing Boris's mind right now because he's like, what the hell's going on
he's
here?
like, you've broken him. There's someone else who might have some experience in this kind of thing. Are you on the line?
Hi, Dan.
Oh, no.
Wait.
No.
Wait, he just wanted to-
Olga.
He just wanted to say one thing.
What?
I have some really good advice that I think can help you about these dating apps. Like, I'm experienced, and I want to kind of help guide you.
No, I don't. We only need guidance with Olga.
Well, Olga's probably not real.
Well, we don't know that. We just crafted a very nice letter to her.
Did you hear our letter?
No, I wasn't able to hear it. I just got on.
Oh, man, it was a gem. You're going to love it when you hear it. I think you're going to be pretty impressed, my friend. This is Ben Teller, by the way, of course, our former social media guy at Fox, and one of Dan's very close friends.
Dan, have you thought about Tinder?
No.
Okay. Have you thought about Hinge?
Never heard of it.
What's that?
Well, here, let me just break it down. 2 minutes, Dan, I promise. Okay, so we have your basic dating apps, right? You have your Tinder, your Hinge, your Bumble, your Coffee Meets Bagel, and, of course, your J-Swipe. Now, I think for you, if you wanted to start out, Tinder might be a good option, right? A lot of first-timers are on Tinder. You never know who you're going to come across. People are more willing to venture out, I think. But if you feel like you're a little more reserved and you want a full profile about a woman, you could use Hinge. Hinge uses like 5 pictures and asks questions, and those questions can be answered by other people. You could use Bumble. Bumble is where women message the guys first.
Toolsy, that would
could
be
be
a
good for you.
great one for you. What about J-Swipe, Toolsy? You should meet a nice Jewish girl.
Dan, I think you would excel.
Hey,
I really do.
I'm focusing on one person and one person only.
That's Olga.
Are there any latest developments that I should know about?
Oh, you'll hear them. A lot of chatter.
I have a bad feeling about this. You know how sometimes you say to me, like, no, Ben, don't. That's a bad idea.
No, I can't believe you're getting in the way of me and Olga.
All right, I'm going to let you follow your heart, and maybe you'll meet the woman of your dreams.
She sent me a picture of me and of her and her cat. Like you don't get that from anyone.
Was
Everyone?
it from Google? Was it a Google image?
No, actually, someone sent me a suggestion on Instagram. Again, thank you for all your Olga suggestions and all your PEI suggestions. They've been flooding it. They said do a reverse Google image search, which I did with a few of her photos. Didn't show up anywhere.
Oh. Ben, sounds legit.
So maybe she's real.
I don't know. But again, people are sending screen grabs of similar conversations with another Olga whose father passed away, lives in Russia, lonely, yada, yada, yada.
Bottom
May
line,
have happened to me. May have happened to me before, too.
this happened to you?
Well, a lot of women who are really... Is she really beautiful, Dan?
Yes.
She's a stunner.
Yeah, fake.
So what was the end? What was the end game in yours then?
Like,
did she ask for money?
No, but she was like, it was more like, hey, do you want to hook up or you want to meet up? And I was like, yes. And then she was like, okay, call this number and give your credit card info.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so she was
And I
like,
was like,
she was a paid prostitute.
yeah, and it wasn't her. Like, her image had a bunch of mutual friends of mine, but I think it's because they friended those people on Facebook and then they sourced them based off of who they talked to, right?
Toolsy, I don't know. I think just because Ben had that experience doesn't mean Olga is the same way. Let's not paint everybody with the same brush. I think we should continue to pursue this.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Leave while you're ahead.
Ben, wait.
No. Yeah.
Quick one?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
It's time for Would You Rather.
Horrible. People were so happy. They're like, thank God no Ben till October.
No. People are asking for these. Okay. Would you rather? This is an intense one. Jay, you should answer first, and then Dan
Okay.
have to answer.
Yeah.
Would you rather be having sex with a normal woman, a normal person, beautiful, having sex, and then all of a sudden you feel a little tingle in the back, and a little chihuahua came and licked you while you were having sex and kind of kept licking you, or you were going down on somebody, still beautiful, and then accidentally got like maybe some toilet paper in your mouth because they forgot to clean fully? What would you rather have?
So a chihuahua licking your balls or ass?
Yeah, while you're having sex,
Okay.
or going down on somebody, and then all of a sudden a little toilet paper remnant.
Chihuahua all day long, man. I don't want any toilet paper. That's horrible. That means you didn't wash? Come on. Chihuahua, that's not so bad. Toolsy, your thoughts?
Neither. Thanks, Ben.
What if I said golden retriever? Would it change the answer?
No, I want nothing to do with a dog.
Toolsy, you're the dogman. This could be your ultimate match.
Yeah, what if Olga likes golden retrievers? Would you then let it happen?
No. See ya.
Bye, Ben.
All right, guys.
That was nice. Talk to Ben.
So neither of our guests showed up?
Yeah, we got stood up, but I got to be honest, I thought it was pretty fun. I'm fine with it.
I can't believe they both stood us up.
Toolsy's not taking that well. Doesn't like rejection.
No, I don't care.
Hey, you know what we should try to get on this podcast before we go? Gary Lawless.
Yeah. I'd have him in a second.
This guy has a unique perspective, having been in Winnipeg, then down to Vegas. Now Vegas is in the... I still can't believe they're in the Stanley Cup final. How's that possible?
I love it.
It is pretty awesome.
Still trying to get our show there. It's not working.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to...
Played a little craps in Gatineau when I was in Ottawa.
Gatineau. Still weird to call it Gatineau to me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go out after?
No, I stayed at that. I love that hotel, and then played in the morning.
Wait. Oh, in Gatineau you stayed?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's the kind of
My
place.
car was in the market, so I checked into my hotel for the first time in my life with nothing.
And you checked out with nothing because you didn't check out.
No, I had to go there because they lent me a charger, and the guy told me, he goes, if you don't return this, they charge you $50, so make sure you return it. I'm leaving. I'm like, So I went to the front desk. I said, I left, and they said, don't worry, we got it.
And so you essentially checked out, but only really because you forgot the charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine. Shout out to Chris. Big fan of the podcast. He was absolutely bewildered that you have never checked out of a hotel in 20 years. He was floored by that. Maybe in a good way, though. More people want to be like you, carefree, throwing caution to the wind, sending emails to beautiful Russian women. You're not mad about Ben calling in, are you?
Well, we weren't supposed to have until October.
I know, but I felt like this was like a special emergency situation. That he could,
Jay.
that he could offer some advice. I think he was pretty constructive.
Sure.
A lot of tension here at the end.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just trying to get a hold of our guests, but I guess it's too late now anyway.
Forget them. They had their chance. We'll move on to other guests. Oh, very quickly before we go, it appears our good friend and recently returned to the adult film industry actress Lisa Ann may be joining us on the podcast via the telephone or maybe FaceTime or something. But she wants to come on and chat ski with us. She misses you, Toolsy.
And maybe we should have tried to get Cole today, but I know that we're in transit. Cole Pern, our good buddy, who's Martin Truex Jr.'s crew chief and is Canadian. He's been on the podcast. they met Trump today. So he might have some tales from the White House.
That would be very interesting. He's a good guy. Yeah, we should definitely get him on.
Oh, and the electric cowboy. We talked about it when we went to Bristol. We have fans in Tennessee. The guy said he only has one car and it's not on his front lawn. And he wanted to let me know that the electric cowboy I described perfectly, and it just closed down.
So everywhere you go, you close down businesses. Like, what the
I guess if you see me coming into your business.
Don't let him in. Speaking of not letting him in, here's the guy letting Natasha into his house with her wedges. That commercial, she should have got $1 million for that commercial if she didn't. That thing is playing everywhere still, and it's going to play for years and years. It's already a classic, Christoph. It's a classic. Anyway, guys, this is a blast. Thanks for listening to the Jay and Dan podcast, presented by our good friends at Coors Light.
Yeah, make sure you crack open a cold one.
Hey, just because the long weekend's over doesn't mean the long weekend has to be over in your mind. I don't know what that means. Thanks for listening, everybody.